Hello and welcome, my name is Ahiro and this is my Let's Play or Let's Try series on Masters of Orion. We are playing as the Mershon, which is a cat-like race. Look at our little cuties farming this planet. And we have just started, and last episode we got our first colony on Geth Prime, which is an arid planet with abundant minerals. We also discovered a arid planet with rich minerals, but since our colony ship was held in desolation, I decided just to take this planet, and we'll build another colony ship to go and take this planet. Anyway, let's get on with this. Go to the next turn. Let's go to turn 6. And we have met the Cylon.
Pleased to meet you. This is the controller of the Cylon Quanta. I am certain we have much to learn from each other.
He has such a deep voice. I don't expect that by looking at him, but I guess he's an alien, so... these are the sciencey types. They are usually pretty peaceful, but we'll probably end up in war with them anyway. A fleet needs orders. He is just supposed to guard against this pirate who's coming.
Is this a bad time?
Oh, our scanners have detected an electromagnetic disturbance. That usually means that this planet is inhabited, so maybe we'll meet the next race pretty soon. Also, you can see like the warps are random, so you can see that this system, which is actually closer to these two systems, are connected to this system up here. Sorry, with a very long warp. This happens sometimes. Later on, you can build warp gates between your planets to save on travel. We're gonna have a couple of quick turns now, so I'm just gonna go through them. And if there's nothing happening, I'll just shut up and press the buttons. Nothing really happened here. I'm not sure why these aren't moving. Usually the move button turns on for this, but I'm not really sure what's happening. So up here we found a toxic planet. We can't, as far as I know, we can't use these yet, but we can, I believe we can get technology to use them in the future. Haven't really been any need for that in the game I played before, so far I've only seen them as like filler planets that doesn't really get used. Let's go to the next turn. And we will be... It's weird that these are an auto-explore, but the move button doesn't work. That might be an error. I hope I don't have to turn that off and off, on and off every time.
Pirates have been sighted, Highness.
Oh, this is the pirate base. It's a pretty shit planet, but we'll probably have to go and bomb the pirates anyway. Want to get a destroyer. Anyway, we will have our first battle here. Let's attack the pirates. As you can see, our victory chances are pretty good. We can choose either to simulate it, in which case it will just be simulated on the screen and we will see who wins, or we can go to tactical, and of course we'll do this. First we'll see our ship warp in, and we'll see the enemy fleet flying along. And we'll get this tactical overlay, and we can of course zoom in on our pretty ships. I think we can even go and look at the pirate ships. Kinda look like old cars. And they're shooting lasers! And we'll be shooting lasers right back. Kind of circling each other. Shooting. And we won! Yay! Victory! We received 6.77 damage and dealt 54.2, which was enough to kill all 3 ships. So let's get the ship home to repair. That will be next turn though. Let's see, when I press this move button, will the other ships move as well? No, they did not. It seems like Auto Explorer is broken right now. I'll just manually do it in this episode, and then I'll try to restart the game between episodes. That's really unfortunate. And we have researched biology, so let's...
Your trackers have hunted down a new wisdom, Your Highness.
Biology gave us hydroponic farms with extra food, and biospheres with food and research. So these are really nice. Let's do some more research, and I'll just gonna do the government one since these are like way more expensive, and since we will want the research land to...
Wonderful.
Anyway. And we are almost done with the automated factory here. Do we have... we don't have money to buy it on this planet. All your colonies will have one production and one research for free because of the... you can go and look at the buildings. Because of the colony base, which provides one of each, while costing 2 maintenance. Your main planet does not have this. Your main planet has a capital, but the capital provides command points instead. And command points are points that allow you to have ships. If you ever exceed your command point, it will be extremely expensive to maintain your ships. The way you can expand the amount of command points is by building something called star bases. I don't think we can build them yet. But,
the Bride's Club.
look. I cannot remember where you get them. Global DNA. Ground batteries. Could possibly just be, this government support facility. I don't remember. But at some point we'll get a building called a starbase. And that will allow us to build or get more points. I want to find it now. Maybe you can just not build it. Maybe you can build it from the start, but only on... Yes, we can build star bases from the start. Starbase gives extra scanner range, so you can see in adjacent systems. And it also gives command points, so you can have more ships. And it gives ship repair, so you can repair your ships on the planet. Anyway, let's go to the next turn. And now we have a lot of fleets that need orders, because the automated system was broke. So let's go to this system. And he will just guard this planet. And this guy needs to go to this planet. So down here in the system we also have an arid planet, but it's a small planet. It does have artifacts, however, and the artifacts give a pretty nice research boost. So it might still be in consideration for our third planet, but I'll definitely be wanting to colonize this planet first. With the large, arid and rich. This is really nice. Let's go to the next turn. And we will send this guy over here with 2 planets, and we can move the other one, fortunately. I hope this isn't...
Excuse me, Highness.
Our space factory is ready, so this is like the workers. They can build different things. Let me move it to this gas planet I can show you. First of all, of course, on the gas planet it can build superscalar gas harvesters, and these give 1 credit each turn, so it's just extra money. On asteroids you can build mines, which give 2 credits, or asteroid laboratories who build or give 2 research. On all warp points you can build military outposts. These give you a possibility to repair your ships, and they restrict flight, so that if you have military outposts that guarding all the warp points into your system, then other empires can't get in there unless you give them access. You can also buy advanced ones that have more weapon systems, like these also defend in battles if you have ships around it. Then you can build surveillance systems which just surveils what's happening in adjacent systems along the warp point. And then finally you can research later on, so you can compress gas giants or make asteroids into planets, so you can basically produce extra planets. These planets will be barren, however, So you'll have to terraform them in order to make them useful. So this is kind of once most of the universe has been, or the galaxy has been colonized, then you can start creating extra planets out of gas planets and asteroid belts. This is how asteroid belts look, by the way. And as you saw, you can get 2 gold or 2 research out of them. But down here we will build a super scalar gas harvester so we can get some extra credits. And we will move our ships. And this is probably where the... oh yes, this is the Mentor system. So this will be where the Mentor have their home planet. And we saw some more space pirates up here. They will continue to spawn every once in a while until we go and destroy the planet, which we can do with our first destroyer because they have bombs. So let's go to next turn.
Your Highness, if I may.
So the population of our first colony expanded, and we're gonna leave this guy in production so we can actually get to produce some stuff down here. And we're also gonna make a queue. The next thing we're gonna want is the hydroponic farm, so we can get extra food, and we're gonna want the biosphere so we can get extra food and science. So we're just gonna queue them up right away, and we might as well queue them up over here as well, since we'll be wanting them here also. I'm gonna queue this in the other order here though, because I would like some extra science, and we are already producing quite a amount of food here. As you can see, the colony ship that we queued earlier are being produced. And we'll also get a message down here where you can just click it and we'll go into the planet. That's how we will get population growth messages in the future. Then we need a fleet that needs orders. Why did you move that there? Just move him up here and guard that war point. And then we have this guy ready to explore this system. We found a large, rich, barren planet. As you can see, barren planets produce very little food. So until you have terraforming, these are really bad. You can move people between planets, and later on we'll also be able to move food. But it's much easier to just use planets that have food, especially at the beginning of the game. Let's just move the rest of the guys. There's just this guy down here. Why doesn't he... I'll move him to this planet. If I move him to this planet while the spaceship is there, there's a chance they'll attack it. So I'd rather not risk moving this.
And now, the news.
The news.
You are tuned to GNN, the only network that tells you what you need to know. Bringing it to you live.
Galactic News Network, the galaxy's most reputable news source.
Yeah, that was a bit awkward. Anyway, the Galaxy News Network is kind of... if you've played Civilization, then once in a while you'll get a message that's saying, oh, this is the list for who has most literacy, this is the list who has most gold and stuff like that. That's what the DNN does. It also tells you once different civilization reach different milestones, so it'll tell you the first to get to 3 colonies, the first to get to 5 colonies, and the first to get to 7 colonies, as far as I can remember. And otherwise it'll tell you about like who's the biggest, who has the most military power, and so on and so forth. Found another toxic planet. Oh, and we found a wormhole. Wormholes are, I think on the normal maps here, there'll be 2 wormholes, and you can move between the wormholes by using one move. So like instead of having to travel all the way down here, you can just travel directly from here to here. So they are pretty nice. And we found that they also have a gas giant down on Mentor here. I don't really want to risk getting him destroyed, so I'm just gonna move him on to the next system. I'm gonna move him to this system. It's not that important that we see, like, I know that they're down here because of the ship and because the system is called So there's really no reason to risk the ship in order to find that out. And our research is done, so let's...
Your trackers have hunted down a new wisdom, Your Highness.
And of course, we can get the research laboratory and the government support facility, which will be important on our planet once it reaches population 3. Let's do some research. Let's go to the tree. As you see, we have finished the first tier, and now the second tier are available. There are a lot of nice stuff here. Senior relations gives you the ability to build embassies. Sorry. The stars here means that it's some kind of ability. Some of them just upgrades stuff you have. Like for example, microbionics here just gives better population growth on all planets. And it's enabled just when you research it. Same with this, it just gives you the ability to build embassies. This one just gives extra weapon accuracy, and you don't have to do anything for it to work. This is really nice. Then there's the deep space exploration, which allows you to build civil transport, so you can transport around your populace. Oh, I need to drink some coffee. And the fungal farms. Then there are biotechnology, cloning centers. These are really nice because they let your growth go faster, and you'll also get death spores, which you can use to just kill population instead of also having a chance to kill buildings. So this is kind of a weapon to take over planets. Economics gives you the ability to use trade production into credits and also build colonial revenue service. Then there are the molecular manipulation, where we get our first pollution building that removes 25% of pollution. And as I said, it doesn't remove the population already produced, it only restricts you from producing even more. Then we will also get a missile with this. And finally we have the fusion drive, which just makes our ships faster. I think I will go for economics, because it's nice having some extra money. Especially once we get our planets bigger, we'll have to... I might as well show you now. We have this empire screen where we can look at our different planets. Get an overview of them. You can see this is Terran are also Class B planets, meaning that they have like 4 dots, where Arid are Class C planets. But as you can see, there are 0 people on strike. If I turn up my tax to...
Excuse me,
5,
Highness.
then we'll see there's suddenly a guy on strike here, because they are not... because they're unhappy, and we'll have one guy on strike here as well. This has to do with the morale. The morale is like simply how many workers will work. So here 80% of my workers will work, and here 50% of my workers will work. If I go down to 4 per population, then 60% will work, which means that because there are only 2 and it rounds up, 0 people are on strike, and here 0 people are on strike because it's all the way up to 90. So we can keep a 4 BC per pop tax rate right now. Once this grows, we'll probably have to turn it down, and I find that you'll usually end up resting about the 2 BC per pop if you want all of your guys to be on work, and then you also need to build the government support facilities on all your colonies. But right now we can afford to have it on 4. So we have a fleet here, exploring this system. Another large toxic planet. A lot of toxic planets. And how is this guy doing down here? He's on his way up there. So let's move him and explore this planet. This planet is a small swarm planet, so this is another type of Class C planet. With 3 dots, but it has a different biome. I think they produce a little more food, maybe. Don't remember. Check. They actually produce less food. They don't start on 4, but start on 3. So that's interesting. Let's go take the next turn. See if anything interesting happens. So that pirate ship decided to follow me around here instead of going down, so that's kind of nice, I guess. Let's send our scout this way.
I beg your pardon, Highness.
We have detected unknown life form. These deep space creatures range from relatively harmless to potentially devastating, so we should make sure we are capable of withstanding a fight should we go near them. So we have space monsters enabled, which means that these random space monsters are near. This is a squid with 942 power, as you might remember. We don't have near that amount. We have 131 power on our frigate. So I believe we'll need to have a couple of destroyers before we can fight this. Space monster detected. And a space factory finished that superscalar gas harvester. So it needs new orders. I think we are gonna go down here and build our first
Is this a bad time?
installation. Ooh, we have found an anomaly. These are like goody huts in Civilization. And you found them sometimes when you pass over a warp point. These strange EDs are usually located off the usual warp points between stars. They may be an SOS beacon of a derelict ship or a particular dense resource cluster, but are usually worth the time to explore. In order to claim an anomaly, use one of your ships to scout it. The ship will move away from the warp point toward the anomaly and return to its starting point once it's been explored. So we can send this frigate out here. It'll take him 4 turns to get there. We found the space monster, and so let's just move along. Got into this system, and they are connected. Next turn. Oh, let's hurry up and flee from that pirate. Oh, and the Mentars are also going here, so hopefully we'll get there first. Of course, like any goody hut, it's first come, first serve. This guy needs orders. Let's send him to this planet. A small arid planet. Anyway, we've gotten to that point where I'm gonna end this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you do, please like and leave a comment if you want. Otherwise, hope you will return for the next one. See you!